Rena L. General.
Yours truly, Lomwe.
Yo, this is Black Jet.
Evo Timothy. Farmer Michael.
What it do, what it does.
What up,
What up, people? It's what's good.
You're listening to or tuned into
The 5Roundz podcast.
5Roundz.
5 Rounds.
5Roundz.
So yeah, make sure you stick it right here because it's lit.
So guys, today, welcome to the show. We have Eoin today. He joined us today. He's actually passed his exam, so he's free to join us. So well done for that, Eoin. And we have Ovita as always, who's anxious to talk. So yeah, Mr. Ovita.
What it do, what it does, guys.
And,
good evening.
And then we have Mr. MP, who's got a fresh haircut today. How you doing, MP?
All good, Patrick. All good, thank you.
No, we're all good, man. Today it's going to be something simple yet with something we are passionate about. So bear with us today. We're gonna take it slow, and the guys obviously would like you to be in the comment section to ask us as many questions as you can. Today the topic is, why should you visit Malawi? Why should you visit Malawi? Before I go on, look, I'm just gonna say this to you guys. I am from Malawi. I'm from Blantyre. Ovita is from Malawi, is from Zomba, and MP is it the long way or Blantyre?
L City.
And Eoin is from Ireland but has visited Malawi, so he just fits in.
Blantyre.
Yeah.
He's part Malawian. He's part Blantyre.
Yeah, so Eoin is representing the guy who's going to be asking us extra questions on why somebody should visit Malawi. So guys, look, first of all, for me, as I said, this is our country, right? And we all know about it and we're passionate about it. It's a topic we're talking about that. Let's talk about something we're passionate about, and we all decide to say, you know what? For today, we're going to talk about Malawi. So I just had a few things. Huh? Go ahead.
Can I sing the national anthem at some point?
Come on. Okay, you know what I'm gonna give you? I'm gonna let you sing the national anthem at the end. Yeah, to close. You know the way you close in prayers. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So guys, basically Malawi, just for people who are who are into geography, you know, those people who love geography in the comments. I know some of you are out there saying, can you please tell us the location? So I want to tell you the location. It's in southern Eastern Africa, and it's a landlocked country. Half of the country, not half, but almost, if you can see from the map, almost, let's say half of it is a lake. It's called Lake Malawi, and Lake Malawi is one of the most beautiful lakes out there. And if you
in Africa,
to be honest with you, very beautiful. And for me, what makes it beautiful is when you go over to different areas of the lake, there's different colors. I don't know if you guys seen this. It's either blue, it changes to green, and sometimes it looks dark blue, and there's some areas which sometimes is just full of, it's muddy. So it has every flavor. The capital city of Malawi is basically Lilongwe. The capital city.
Do you know how Blantyre was named? Blantyre was known by Dr. David Livingstone. He was a Scottish explorer. He named it Blantyre because in Scotland there's a place as well called Blantyre. So for those people that want to go into geography and look that up, there's a place called Blantyre as well in Scotland, and he called it Blantyre because when he got exploring into Malawi and he seen the town, he's like, oh yeah, this could be Blantyre, which is similar to the place that they have in Scotland. Anyway, you can go.
That was good, man. Like, look, at the end of the day, as I said, we're all here to learn, you know. So that was good, Vida. Well done. I see.
Well done.
I see you're coming with the fire today. Yeah, you're coming with fire.
Yeah, man. Today, it's where I'm from. I love where I'm from, and you know, we have to rep it. You know, another good thing I want to tell you guys, just to keep in mind, Malawi is one of the greatest African countries. I'll tell you why. If you go on your Google, if you go on your Google and search "warm heart of Africa," search "warm heart of Africa," it's gonna be Malawi.
Yes, sir.
Malawi. No, those are facts. You know, people
Yeah,
gotta know this.
but now tell them, because you've just said
I'll tell
warm heart
them.
of Africa.
I'll
Now tell them. I'm pretty sure Eoin right now is saying, "What is this fella talking about? What's a
Yeah.
warm heart of Africa?" So you explain to us
gonna
why do
explain.
they call Malawi the warm heart of Africa then?
Okay, the reason why it was called the warm heart of Africa, because it's the only African country that has never had a civil war. So it's peaceful. It's a peaceful country. I'm sure, as you've gone to Malawi. Malawi is beautiful. Of course, as any African country, you'd see other people living in poverty, and you're seeing other people living a good life. As any African country.
Whoa! Don't go there first. We just wanted you to. I'll ask you. Explain.
No, but I'm trying to explain it.
I know, but wait. I'm gonna cut you there, because where you're going, you're gonna go towards some of the questions we're gonna be asking you and discussing. Okay. So, look, I know you're passionate. I know you're very passionate. You can see you love Malawi. Another definition why it's the warm heart of Africa is everybody from Malawi always smiles at you and welcomes you with a warm heart. So that's another one. I'll say, so guys, we're gonna start off here. And Eoin, by any means necessary, if you see us talking about something, throw anything at these guys, throw anything at me. Make sure you are representing the people who want to come to Malawi, So okay, so guys, we're gonna start with the first question, obviously. What makes Malawi different from other tourist attractions in Africa? I'll start with you, MP.
Ovi just built it there for me. It's peaceful. I think I've been in a couple of different southern parts of Africa. I've been to South Africa, I've been to Botswana, I've been to Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Mozambique as well. And I did notice that we were more friendly human beings than it is over, our counterparts and all. And I think we score high on the peaceful part. So yeah, come to Malawi. Yeah.
Well, so wait a minute. So you're telling me that come on, you are from Malawi. Aren't you, or maybe you're an imposter? There's an imposter here. Did you just wait? So I'm pretty sure if I threw the same question to Eoin, saying, "Oh, why should you visit Ireland?" I'm pretty sure Eoin will list things, the difference of Ireland and visit other places. And you told us that the other places because it's peaceful and come on,
for real.
Okay. Okay, no. I'm keeping you as the last one. So, MP, I want you to dig deeper into your Malawian heart. Tell these people why Malawi is different from other tourist attractions. Tell them. Why should they come to our place instead of going to Kenya, where it's famous like Mount Kilimanjaro?
All right, I'll tell you this. Tell you what, since Patrick already introduced the parts of Malawi to say that we're a landlocked country, and most of all, the lake covers the northern part to the southern part. If you're in the northern part all the way to the southern part, it doesn't take long to travel all the way to the lake. And this lake, you can access the lake with like just, I think, 40-minute drive to the lake. So you're well able to experience, that kind of like, would say the weather's so good that you would experience the good life of, visiting the lake as much as you want any time of the day and any part of the country. So it's not like when you're over in the southern part, you'd be like, oh, I'm missing out on a travel to the lake. You could travel to the lake and you'd experience the same, vibes like everyone else from the northern part all the way to the southern part. So the lake is not only located in the southern part, it's all the way to the north. So you're part of, this kind of enjoyment out of the whole experience. So yeah, that's the first part.
Oh, so you're basically telling people that it's easier to travel on Malawi and you don't have to go because I have been to places where you land in the country. I think I was in Greece. But for you to go to the places where there's more tourist locations, I had to travel again and start paying. So you're basically telling them that if they come to Malawi, it's easier to travel. It doesn't take that long, so you don't have to pay that extra cost.
Yeah, value for your money. And the most amazing scenes are when you're driving on the road over to the lakeshore. So if you're driving from the south over to the northern part, you'll be overlooking, if you're going from south to up north, you'll be overlooking the lake on your right side as you drive. So yeah, we're driving the left side, so you're not on the right side. So you'll be overlooking the lake on your right side all the way, and the sunset is so beautiful, and the sunrise is also beautiful, and the waters are so clear. It's for those that like diving, or those like scuba diving, or just snorkeling and stuff like that. The waters are so clear with the weather. The waters are so clear. You can see all the, here's the word, chichlids. So these are species of fish that you could explore. So we've have about 20,000 species of chichlids if you look it up on Google. And these are really, really amazingly beautiful fish. And if you ever get a chance to travel to London, you'd go to the London Aquarium and you get to see the chichlids. They have a really good pH water balance, and the UK people love it. So there you have it. They traveled across the world. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much there. Before I go to Oviedo, who's very anxious and he's like a dog on the chain right now, just about to pounce. I'm going to ask our humble Irish friend to read the comments because he has to have something to do. So would you mind reading the comments from one Charlie there?
Before I read the comments, I want to ask a question to MP, if that's all right, Patrick.
Go ahead. As I say, you have the
great thing. The great thing about me being here, I'll have plenty to do, is that I'm not biased towards Malawi, because you guys are going to say how amazing your country is, but I'm going to ask questions for people. So you say how great it is to travel around Malawi and go to the lake. So if I was to arrive in Malawi and I arrive into the international airport in Lilongwe, first question is, how do I travel around Malawi? And my second question is it safe?
All right.
So, and anyone can answer that. MP can answer it. Anyone can answer it.
Let's start with MP. Let's start with MP. Well, let's keep chaining Mr. Ovita, because I know Ovita has got fire.
All right. Okay. Here's a quick one. So upon arrival, you have to plan your trip in advance. You have to know your ins and out of the country, because I won't sugarcoat this. You have to know the prices at certain points, because you'll be charged a ridiculous price if you don't know what the prices are to just travel from the airport to whatever hotel, motel, or a residence that you actually booked yourself in. And in the sense is that if you go on booking.com, you can find these places, you can book them and stuff. And most places would actually organize for the taxi drivers to come through. But if you're going to drop off at the airport and say, oof, I feel like adventure, kind of type, and you want to hop on the bus, good luck in doing the exchange rate, because you have to do the exchange over at the airport, which is more, they won't really be dodgy. But the moment you hop onto the bus, be quick to ask everyone around you to say, how much do you pay to get to this certain place, before you start talking to the conductor of the bus? Because then on the bus, we have the conductor and the bus driver. So the conductor will be quick to charge you whatever amount he wishes to. Your plan is try to have a conversation with someone at the airport. Try to ask them questions to say, oh, you know what? I was thinking of taking a taxi over to this certain hotel from the airport to the hotel. How much would it cost me? Or I was planning to, get on a bit of adventure. I want to get the buses. Where do I get the buses, and how much do I have to pay? And with this note, how far would it get me from here, from the airport to the hotel? Like, do I have to connect to the certain bus? And you'd have to know all these certain locations, because then with directions, we move on the left side of the road. And if you're part of the eastern part or American part, you'd end up going the different directions. So know your directions when you drop in. So that's one thing. Is it safe? It is safe. We're so fascinated about white people and foreigners. White people, we call Nzungu in Malawi. So if you hear anyone else at the airport calling you Nzungu, it's just white person. So we're more excited. We want to learn, kind of express ourselves that we know how to speak English, and you should be comfortable around us. So people who call you Nzungu, it's not an insult. It's just just the way people would describe myself to say, dark skin or something like that. And it is safe. We don't have any cases of someone else got kidnapped or whatsoever and stuff like that. You're not going to see yourself on the news. So yeah, it is safe.
Okay, another thing I think MP obviously was going towards, but he just touched it a bit, is it's much in every country. It's normal. It's much easier for you to at least have one tour guide, all the time in every country. In Malawi, I have seen people just tourists themselves in a group. But they always have even another guy, let's say who's from England, who's been in Malawi for so long to pick them up, because you still have to know places. But that's why he was telling you that it's best to have all these things organized, like transportation, which is easy to do because your hotels or the lodge you're staying in, or any place you're staying in, even if you're going to the lakeside, they can organize a way to get you there, and they always give you a tour guide, and the driver makes things easy for you. And there was always somebody speaking English. Because I went to Tanzania, no offense, I was lost. It only had to take some woman from India who knew English a bit. They had to take me all the way to that woman. All they do is they speak the language, Swahili, and nothing else. So majority of people don't know English. So it's very hard for a tourist. So you know what? As I said, Owen, we're just gonna let you read this comment since you're here as our guest, as part of the team.
The special guest. I get to read out the questions. Wantali, how are you, Wantali? If you're tuning in, Blantyre, and this is back to the point that Ovi was making about Blantyre. Blantyre in Scotland was known as the protected city, and because Blantyre is surrounded by hills, Dr. Livingstone gave it that name. So yeah, good.
See, that's the reason behind it as well. Yeah, you see, that's where Blantyre came from.
So Wantali is also throwing the same thing. Thank you, Wantali. So we go to Ovita, who's been waiting for about 18 minutes to jump in and obviously say his part. So Ovita, what makes Malawi different from other tourist attractions in Africa?
First of all, what makes the biggest thing that everybody would think about as well when they're traveling, as you've already talked about, it's safety. Am I safe if I go into the country? 100%. Malawi is very safe. It's a very safe country, as I say. As you've already tackled that. I'm not going to go deep into it. There's no kidnaps or things like that. Every single person that walks into Malawi, if they're a foreigner, they're very welcomed. As a country, we have grown in a life to respect a visitor, let them experience the best they can get around the country. And of course, as you said, you need someone to be around. Main point about it as well, everybody thinks about when you're going on holiday, you want to visit somewhere, is your finance, right? Malawi is very cheap and affordable. In a sense that if you're coming from Europe and you've got an idea, say, I'm going to Malawi, I want to go to a pub, or I want to go to the beach and drink a few drinks with my friends. You're going to take, let's say you pull out 100 euros, you and your two mates. You can literally, let's say, have a few drinks and have food on 100 euros and probably still wake up with a bit of change in the morning. So it is affordable, very affordable. That's another big thing. Because everybody else, when you go on holiday, you think about, what am I going to spend, you know? It is an affordable country because when you change your currency, especially when you come from Europe, you come from America, you're coming from currency, which is ours is lower. It is very, very affordable. Another big thing is we've got really amazing tourist attraction sites. When we come to plateaus, when it comes to like going safari, you want to go into animal reserve place where you're going to drive through and look at different type of animals that you only see on the television here. If you're in Europe or if you're in America, that you can only see in Africa. You can get to do those trips at a really, really, really affordable price, and you get to see different animals in the wild. There's so many places where you can visit tourist attractions like mountains and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to go deep, like Mulanje Mountain, Zomba Plateau, and all that. They've got a really.
Let me cut you off for a minute there. I get all that. Like that's why I keep asking. I get all that, but you guys are not giving, because the thing is, I'm pretty sure we're saying this to the guests there, they're saying, okay, mountains, but there's Mount Kilimanjaro. So you get what I mean. So
yeah, but it comes down to the point when I say it's a place where, let's say, if anyone is going, for example, most people that are gonna, let's say, visit Malawi, which is a very common language, is English. Okay, as you guys, most of the stuff you've already said.
That's a plus. That's a plus.
Malawi is considered one of the countries that really, really has better English in Africa. If you didn't know that, okay, because we're one of the countries that became independent too late in Africa. So we're kind of English. If you walk into Malawi, even on the streets, a person that barely went to school and you speak to them English, you're gonna communicate. You'll be able to if you want to go to a shop, they'll be able to tell you in English. It's the biggest thing that I think I'm proud of being a Malawian as well. Is communication. We learned English from a younger age, and we're able to communicate with most people. Which is English is the common language that the whole world actually understands. You know what I mean? If you go to certain parts of Africa, it is really hard to communicate. As you said, Tanzania. I've been in Tanzania too. Even in the shops, the prices are in the language. Everywhere you go, it's very hard to communicate. It's very hard to go and see places. Like if you're going there as a tourist in Malawi, you want to go see a place, you're talking to someone who's your tour guide, it's easy to communicate. That's one of the biggest things I would say is different from loads of the countries. Like I'll give an example, and I'm not down, like South Africa is one of the great countries in Africa, but it's rare you find people that can actually speak English, and that's 100%. Barely can even say, hi, how are you? It's rare you can find that in Africa. Yes, they might have it in different contexts, but you can understand each other and communicate. That's one of the biggest things I can say.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for something like that because every time I have traveled throughout my life is when I went to Russia, when I went to Greece, and when I went through Amsterdam, like it was rare. Like I know the security people would, but when you ask some stranger there, they would say, all they do is I don't understand. So a lot of people, a lot of tourists, I think the main thing is they want to feel comfortable. They want to go to a place where they're like, you know what, I can ask for directions, even if I'm lost. But some places when you're lost, you're lost. Anyway, so we're gonna move on from there, right? So guys,
quick one. Point of correction. I think I mentioned 20,000 species. It was 2,000, about 2,000 species of chichlets over in Malawi. Just a point of correction.
Chambo being the best one.
Thank you, Mr. Fish Guy. Came back with his stats.
I think he's a fisherman. This guy is a fisherman.
This guy, he didn't want to let it go. He's like,
from Mangoji. This guy's from Mangoji.
I know. He didn't want to let it go. He's like, I'm going to have to bring that fish stat. I'm gonna bring it in.
I have to stick that out.
Okay, cool. So guys, so what I'm pretty sure Eoin and everyone in the guests would like to hear this, especially Eoin, with the seasons they have in Ireland, that you go outside in a rain jacket and the sun is back, then you go back in, put the rain jacket, then it starts snowing. You put some warm clothes, you come outside, it starts raining. So I don't know. So what is the best season to visit Malawi? I'm gonna start with MP. What's the best season to visit Malawi?
I think it's now. Like I think if you go now, like October, November-ish, you will get the best weather in Malawi. But going forward, I think it's more like you catch up with the rains and all that stuff, and you wouldn't really like it. If you're into just some mild kind of weather, we have the cold season. It's actually considered as winter. That's around sometime around.
What time is it cold in Malawi yourself? What time is it cold and what time is it hot in Malawi?
I think sometime around May, from like May until like July, late-ish. You'd have the cold season. The lowest temperature would be like about 6 degrees, 5 degrees. But that's not like the 6 degrees, 5 degrees over in Europe. That's so different. It's so different. It's so nice and warm, but people would have all these heavy jackets and stuff like that. Come to Europe, and you're gonna say that was just easy kind of walk in the park like kind of weather. That's it. Best time to travel around, I think, September to like sometime.
So as it looks like
I don't know time that
you froze there for a minute. So basically, you're telling that the best time to visit the place is the summertime, obviously when it's warm.
Yeah, summertime. Look, I would say this. I'll be honest, guys. I think, in all fairness, if we're going to talk about, like, let's say Eoin, my friends down there.
Let's say that.
Yeah, but this guys, like summertime, right? Summertime. I know certain people. I like my girlfriend. She's ginger, right? She's ginger, and the sun, they hate it. The burn. If my girlfriend goes to Malawi in October, November, she gonna burn. You know what I mean? We're looking at that's true.
No.
She gonna burn.
I'll give you this. I'll give you this. Eoin, could you tell us about your trip to Zambia and Malawi?
Yeah, tell us about your trip.
How was your experience? Because I think you flew at the same time. About it was like the summer season. Yeah. Could you let us know?
Ovi seemed to be describing it very accurately. Exactly how it is.
Wait, is that what happened to you there? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I burned up. Damn right I did. I arrived in Zambia in November, and man.
What was that with sunscreen? Was that with sunscreen?
Oh yeah, even
Dude,
with sunscreen.
There's nothing that can save.
I mean, you'll be okay. You'll survive. You'll survive. Just stay in the shade. Some of those days are intense because the way, obviously, because of where the Malawi is located, so close to the equator, the sun shines directly above your head. It doesn't come in at an angle. It just shines straight down all day,
and it follows you. You feel like it's following you, isn't it?
You can't get away from it. So you're standing. I really, really understood what it meant to stand in the shade under a tree. I understood why there were so many trees. And when I asked people locally, even local people in Zambia were like, when it gets to a certain point in the day, everyone just kind of stands out of the sun because sometimes it's just intense. But that shouldn't be a deterrent. You just plan around that for your day.
Yeah, that's
early in the day and start doing stuff. And then around like lunchtime or whatever, when the heat is really intense, go get some Shima.
No, see, that's what I'm trying to say, because guys, certain months are not good for a person that's got white skin, especially if you're ginger. Like, I know, because I know my girlfriend even hear the heat. Like, I won't be worrying about it. She said, "Geez, it's roasting today." I said, "You really? You for real? You call this roasting?"
But I traveled to Turkey, and I'll tell you guys, I got sunburned, and this was ridiculous. My skin was shedding, and I've never experienced that before. I think maybe it was just a thing of living in Ireland for a long time and then going to this very hot country, because the weather went down to like 38 degrees and my body couldn't take it. And I said, "What's happening?" And when I came back, I was sunburned. So it's not, yeah.
For me, what I can say, you want to visit in Malawi and you're white, you don't want to get burnt, go during March, April. April, very good.
Yeah.
It's just because I was in 2017, I was back on holiday. March, April, we're going into June, July, where we're going to our winter, as we call it. It was warm, and no word of lie. When I got to Malawi at that time, I was kind of like, all right, so how? Like, it was warm for me. I was walking with no t-shirt or vest, and people were like, "Whoa, what's wrong with you?" I was like, "Man, it is actually warm." But because I've been here for 8 years, I never seen that type of heat. When I walked out, I was like, "God damn." You know what I mean? Straight away, like, I was like, "God damn, how did I survive this for all these years?" Because it was warm to me. It wasn't really, really warm. And I just thought about it. What if I went there in October or November? Yeah, it's stuff's going to hit too far. So I think October, November, if you think you can stand the sun, it's time you're going to be on the shade. But it's the best time as well, because there's the Sun Festival and all that. It's the most time that you can enjoy, you know. With
all right. Thanks for reminding us. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Yeah.
So guys, sorry there, MP for a minute. Let me just speak. So guys watching this, please like the vid, subscribe if you're new, and look, if you want to get involved in the conversation, don't just let Owen represent everybody who is a tourist. Make sure you also get in the comment section and ask those questions, and also ask the panel and question them on some of these things the panels are saying. Yes, they might be from Malawi, but question them, ask them that, what do you mean by that? Because if I go here in the comments, one time he says, if they don't speak English, get a tourist guide. And then he said, or use sunblock. I think he was talking about the whole thing that you get. But
I mean, we've clarified this. Wantali, we can use sunblock, but speaking as a white man that lived in Africa for 6 months, the sunblock only goes so far. You need to stand out of that. You need to find some shade, man.
The shield could not take it anymore.
That's another point actually as well. If you're going to visit an African country like Malawi for like a week or two, it's probably fine wearing like factor 50 sunblock for like the whole time. But if you're staying for a prolonged period of time, what I found is that your skin gets really irritated by having to wear sunblock every day. So that's when you have to be a bit more tactical and use the shade under the trees to not get
So you know what, guys? As Owen was talking, he name dropped something. So now I'm just gonna ask Ovida, because I know Ovita is going to love this, and I know Ovita is going to tell us everything, and it's going to tell us things that maybe even Malawians have never seen before. So I'm going to make it simple first. I'll start with the simple one, Ovita. So what is the staple food in Malawi, and what foods would you recommend people visiting to try?
All right. In Malawi, the staple food is called nsima. In some countries, the same type of food, they call it pap. It's made out of maize. So corn. Here you call it corn, we call it maize. It's maize. Corn and maize is actually different. Maize is white, corn is yellow. Ours is white. So they bring it to the maize mill, and they first they dip in water and then dry it, and then bring it to the maize mill, grind it into powder. So it's white powder. And you cook it with water, nothing else, water, hot water, and you pound it. And it's kind of like gooey. It's gooey kind of stuff. And you can eat it with beef stew, you can eat it with chicken stew, you can eat it with so many types of food. That's the normal staple food that every household has eaten. Every human being that's from Malawi has eaten that. You grow up eating that. It's full of carbohydrates.
Can you throw that nsima on there?
Yeah. Find the nsima there. It's full of carbohydrates. This is it there with fish, and that fish that's not mcheni. That's
Njambo.
That's
Chambo.
That's chambo. No, I thought it was mcheni, but anyway. But that's a chambo. That's a baby chambo anyway, because the natural proper chambo is actually bigger than that. So guys, as you can see, that's a fish. That fish is only found in our lake in the whole of Africa. Anywhere in the world, it's only found in the whole world.
Oh, Tanzania also has their own version.
No, but Tanzania have their own version because they share the lake with us. It's our lake. Yeah. They take it's a fish from our lake.
So the nsima you're talking about is the one next to the fish
white,
over there.
The white stuff that looks like poeo, that's the nsima. That's the staple food of Africa. It's full of carbohydrates.
Africa or Malawi?
Malawi, sorry. Malawi, not bad. Malawi. No.
This man's representing the African Union now.
No, but see. No, but don't get me wrong. The other parts of Africa have got the same type, but they've got different ones. They call them baku and all. They use different stuff. Yeah. Good.
Fufu, they have names. Fufu, Igali,
Fufu,
but throw it up there. Jambo is tilapia as well, yeah?
No. It's totally different to jump. It's like that. They try to claim it's when we're in Europe, we try to satisfy ourselves to say we're eating jambo by eating tilapia.
Yeah,
but it's not. Because jambo is way different, guys. It's way different. The taste, it's so. If you put jambo on the barbecue, the smell is just different than any other fish. Anyway, back to the nsima. Nsima, you eat that as soon as you're little. Another common food would be.
Why don't you, out of interest of it, before you go on, how do you eat nsima since you it's actually weird because the other day I was eating nsima and I put a video up and there's so many comments.
Did you use a fork?
Yeah, did you see that? Like there's a lot of people.
Blasphemy. Blasphemy.
Yeah, I put a video there on Snapchat, when I was doing my content and I was eating nsima and I was eating it with Vora sausages and all that, and I was eating with my hands, and those loads of comments and loads of shares. People were like, "Oh, you should use your fork, you should use your knife." And I was sitting there, I was like, listen, this is my staple food. You don't eat it this way. If you eat if you know yourself, guys, if you're at home and you took a fork and a knife trying to eat nsima, they'll be like, you think you're cool now, yeah? I mean? My mom would slap me if I had to try and eat nsima.
I think, Ovi, even I wouldn't attempt to eat nsima with a fork, so I'm with
you. Guys, basically the way you eat nsima is you are washing and you have to pull it up like that and then you roll it into a bowl. And when you roll it into a bowl, so you go make you tap it like that and make it like a shovel. So that you can get the soup, get the soup and then.
Okay. So you know what, Ovita, I know. Ovita, I know you're going to tell us more, but okay, you know what? I'll throw it to MP a bit. So MP, what would you recommend people to eat apart from nsima? If somebody visits Malawi, what should they go try apart from nsima and jambo?
Let it go out a bit. There is what we call it kondoe. which is that's instead of maize flour, this is cassava flour, and it's pounded in the same way. I think you would also want to have it with. I think let's take away the fish and we put on, let's say, beef stew, because in Malawi we love stew. We love. If you would look at all the dishes, tomatoes are always in there. You'd never miss out a dish without tomato. There is no such thing whereby you have your nsima with cream. I haven't seen any household have nsima with their cream and I don't know, whatever mushrooms and stuff like that.
No.
It wouldn't happen. But funny story is that one of our friends here asked me if we could put a bit of pepper and salt in nsima, just to ask, would you guys be comfortable if you'd have black pepper and salt in your steamer, as well as a bit of few things just to make it a bit nice.
Who said that? Point
I know
out.
well. He's right there. He must be right there. Do it right there. No, oh no.
Yeah, so that's just a picture. If you guys can see it, it's just a picture of what MP is saying, that sometimes people will substitute the chambo with meat, beef stew. That's beef stew for you guys. And also there's another type of thing we call it condole, which is made out of cassava. It's dried out and made into flour, then it's cooked also. So it's the same similar things, just it's made out of cassava. What about Ovida? Before we move on, tell them more. What else? I don't hear ngumbi here. I
want. That's where I was gonna go, because you cut me off. Now we're gonna go to some food, and I know everybody who's gonna be watching this will find that weird, but kind of in where we're from, it was a delicacy. Back then, it was a delicacy, and it's normal. You know, I'll give an example. I'll start with ngumbi. So ngumbi is pretty much an insect. It's an insect. It flies. They only come out after rain. There's ngumbi and mafulufute. Yes, exactly. These black little insects. It's a pure insect. That's how it looks like. But they fly after the rain. And remember, and you're gonna agree with me, guys. When you're kids, when it rains, after the rain, they all come out, and you're out there. You start catching them to bring you home and say, and just fry them on a pan and eat them. Very nice, very healthy too. A lot of protein in that. I know for a fact because
would you like to tell everyone that sometimes just be careful when you go to the markets. They sell these we call them ngumbi, but if you Google it, I think it's ant flies or something like that.
Yeah, ant flies.
So if you go to the market and you're going to buy this, just be careful, just observe everything, because then they have a similar shape as cockroaches. So sometimes,
you know what though, MP, you keep bringing these negative things into. We're selling Malawi here.
MP. If somebody tried to sell me a cockroach, I'll tell him this is a cockroach and this is ngumbi, because ngumbi you can see straight away.
I'm just saying, just pay attention to the shape.
Dude. Yeah.
This guy, man. This guy, he's
basically. So basically, if you're gonna be a tourist, if you're gonna be a tourist in Malawi and you're gonna go to the local market, and for some reason you are gonna try these things, make sure you bring a local with you so they know.
Yeah. Eoin, what do you think? Would you think you would try the ngumbi?
Absolutely not.
It's just an insect.
So guys, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna holler to the people who are in the comment. Mr. Fred, he's not here today, but holler at you, Fred. Respect. He says Sima is the signature, and then Mr. Controversial, aka Wantali. No of it. The world has what Talapia. Come on, man. Get away with that Talapia, man. Get away with that Talapia, man. He says aka Chambo. No, get away with that Talapia.
No, that's two different fishes.
Chambo. Yeah, Vanessa. Vanessa, welcome. Is in Sima Masamba Otendela.
Do you know what that one is?
Explain to them of it. I know you want to explain. Go ahead.
Guys, Sima and Masamba Otendela is Vanessa. Shout out to you. I love that meal. When I went home, I told my mom, I said I want Masamba Otendela and Matemba. So I'll tell you what Masamba Otendela is. Basically, every household, pretty much almost every household in Malawi, we are dedicated to having vegetables in the back garden at back. We had that. Or you go to the market, but every single day there's no shop, big shop like let's say Lidl like that. That's still vegetables. You get vegetables from the market because they're fresh. They just pluck them every day and they're sold like that and they're fresh. So basically, most important is they take the vegetables, they boil them a little bit onion, throw in a bit of tomato, and then the best part of kutendela is they throw in powdered, grinded groundnuts. Groundnuts. So it's grinded powdered groundnuts, and they mix it in there with the tomato and the water and the onions. I'm telling you,
Owen, did you try that when you went to Malawi? Did you try that at least?
I didn't try it now, but after that, I'm gonna try it next time I'm back there, Ovi. Or if not, you can cook it. I'll come visit.
Yeah, I can cook it here because it's so brown. You can get the powdered groundnuts here, and I'm telling you, it's vegetable tastes different. You know what I mean?
Cool. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go to the comments again. Anne says, "Why did you eat that?" She's talking about Ngumbi, and you don't know what you're missing. You have no idea what you're missing on Ngumbi. And they were what's the other one? Ngumbi and what? What's the other one? Abanoni basically it's a grasshopper.
So Owen. So you would actually find Abanoni being sold at one of the 4-star hotels in Malawi. That would be like Sunbird Malawi, whatever and stuff. They'll be selling this dish, and this dish would cost a lot. Would cost thousands because then it's a delicacy, and it's like.
Okay, another comment from Anne. She said, "Give me pap any day over that." And it's not pap, it's Nsima.
I always tell her, but she tried it, she liked it.
And don't bring that energy amongst Malawians. Pap, it's Nsima. It's Nsima.
Zimbabwe, South Africans.
It starts from that side. We don't want some of that semolina stuff here.
Semolina ain't good.
But fair play to you, Anne, anyway, for trying out new stuff. Fair play to you. So here we have a comment from Vanessa. I'm Malawian, but I hate Ngumbi. Get out of here, man.
Vanessa, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Ngumbi. You don't even know. She doesn't know because if you put Ngumbi on time, it gives you a tingle. Oh, all right. Well, I got that.
No. We're skipping that. No, we're not talking about mice. We're not talking about mice here. Okay, guys. Okay, we're gonna have to go to the next question here, and then we'll go back to the comments, and Vida can answer about Mbewa later on. So, guys, look, Owen, if you want to throw in any after this question, if you want to throw in another question, you can throw in yourself. It's up to you. Okay, so you guys kept on just teasing the guys, and you haven't told the tour. The guys want to visit Malawi where they have to go. So what are the ideal places that tourists can go in Malawi? And what is the nightlife like in Malawi?
I said,
start with the places. Start with the places.
Okay, I'm going to give you places. Guys, I know we've all mentioned the lake. Everybody mentioned the lake. It's a beautiful place. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Everyone goes to the lake when they go to Malawi because it's the most beautiful lake I've ever seen in my whole life. I'm not sure about my numbers, but I think
how many have you visited though? If you say your whole life,
I've been to different lakes. I have here in Europe as well, in Africa, but I think ocean is different. But I think in Africa it's the biggest lake. I think so. I'm not sure about that. Don't get me wrong. I think it must be the biggest lake in Africa, and actually because it goes up to Lake Chira. I think so. I think it must be the biggest lake in Africa. No.
Malawi?
Lake Malawi.
No, there's Lake Victoria. There's
Lake Victoria.
Look
that's why I wasn't sure.
Because I just know Malawians don't know that down lake is what.
No, I'm sorry. No. I just, as I said, I wanted to be sure. But anyway, I'm gonna leave the lakes, guys. I'm gonna mention places where I'm from, where I kind of grew up. I grew up in Zomba, Central Hospital. I've lived in Leongo. I've lived in Blantyre. I've lived elsewhere. I want to mention certain places that people never visit, like Zomba Plateau. Zomba Plateau, very fantastic, beautiful mountain in one of the second. I think it's the second biggest mountain in Africa after Mulanje Mountain.
In Africa,
Malawi. Sorry, guys, Malawi.
He keeps Owen. He's back at repping the whole of Africa. You're back at repping the whole of Africa.
My bad, guys. Right. I want to say. It's a beautiful plateau. There's a good hotel. You can stay there. It's a 4-star hotel. It's called Kuchawa Inn. You can go hiking. You can go into a route. It's called the Potato road. It's a road that goes like that. Back in the 80s, 90s, it's a road that people used to go and get potatoes, Irish potatoes. They used to grow them up in the mountain because it was cold up in the mountain. They couldn't grow it in the bottom of Zomba. So they used to grow them up in the high mountain, Irish potatoes. So when they're harvested, they used to go through the potato path. It's zigzag to the mountain and bring them back. You've got waterfalls up there. It's amazing, I think. And there's a waterfall that runs from there into the town. It goes into a garden. It's called a botanic garden. Like you have botanic garden and very beautiful exotic flowers and fish as well in the streams and all that kind of way. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Another second last quick place I love as well, apart from the lake, is Mulanje Mountain. Mulanje Mountain, which is 3,000 meters on the highest peak. The highest peak is called Sapitwa. For you people who are watching, Sapitwa is a word in Swahili, which is like Sipapitidwa. Sipapitidwa in our language, people understand is a place you cannot go, which we all know it's not the negative side. They always advise no one should go there because it's so high, it's like it's already in the clouds. People who've tried to go there never find a way back because they're covered with what you call that? Fog, and they can't see the way back.
The fog.
But the beauty is
I've heard of a myth that's
No, it's true. There's a lady that came from England and she got lost the same way because they always say, oh no, we want to get to that point, and they always say, no, we can't go to that point.
Wait. Are you guys selling Malawi or
No,
you don't want
listen, I'm selling. No, I'm selling. I'm just saying when people go there, they are told not to go above a certain level, and some people want to still go. That's their own responsibility. When you're told by people you can't go there because it gets foggy.
It's all about the adventure. It's all about.
But the adventure is the path from bottom to Mulanje Mountain. You pass through clay pots, Mapoto. Okay, it's a story behind it in the Mulanje Mountain. They're owned by the Lomwes. They're ancient for years ago, years back. You never take them out. They're left around the way. These pots, apparently the stories, the Lomwes were fighting against the Ngonis. And
so those are the tribes, by the way, for the people in the comments,
for the people that don't know.
Those are two tribes from Malawi, Lomwes and Ngonis. I'm a Ngoni myself. Ngonis used to be warriors. Ngonis love drinking, but not me, but love drinking and eating meat.
Yes.
So go ahead. So Lomwes is the other type, the other side of us, another tribe in Malawi. Yeah.
And when they were fighting back then in the, I think 1940s or something, right? And when they were told that the Ngonis are coming to attack them, because the Ngonis are warriors, they were going to win the fight. So the Lomwes cooked buffalo beans, which is kalongonda. They cooked buffalo beans. So this bean is beans, but if you don't cook it right, it's poisonous. If you cook it right, it's edible. I don't know if you knew about that. So they cooked this half cooked and they left it in all those the clay pots, all right, in their camp. And they left because they were tipped. They understood that the guys are coming to kill them. So they left them halfway meat cooking and they left. But these Ngonis, when they came to the camps looking for these guys are gone. They said, all right, guys, we've been traveling all the way from the north trying to attack these guys. There's food. Let's chow. So they ate the beans and they all died because it wasn't fully cooked. So when you're going, when you're going through, there's loads of pots and you look. Because I've gone to G and you can go up to Jiwelang Karamba. It's a water for old people. There's meats that certain times you can see old people. I don't know if you want, I can show you because I had it there.
Just so everyone also knows that Mulanje is also famous for the tea plantation fields. It's really
in Mulanje. Yes.
You might. I think some exported tea would be found in like certain supermarkets and stuff, and you might see like from Mulanje and stuff. And we also have like Zuzu coffee as well. So you might drink something from Malawi, which is really lovely. Yeah. So continue over there.
No, real quick.
So just wait over for the people in the comments, and obviously for Owen. I don't know if you've seen Mulanje Mountain. That's just a picture of another side of Mulanje Mountain. You guys can go on Google. You'll be able to find a lot of pictures of Mulanje Mountain, and you'll be able to see people camping there. There's tour guys who take you around. But let me ask something before we go on of it. I want to ask Owen since he's sitting there. Owen, as Ovita was talking about a place like Mulanje Mountain to visit, are you convinced that you want to go visit Mulanje Mountain?
Ovi nearly missold it to me until you caught him when he was saying that people were going to get lost in the clouds and not return after climbing the mountain.
Yeah, but like to me, I think like guys, if you're told hazardous, guys, at a certain point of the height, because it's called the highest peak of the mountain, you shouldn't go up there. You shouldn't go up there because that peak is as good as it looks like. Sometimes you can't even see it because it's like in the clouds.
Patrick, that's my favorite place. That's my favorite place. I haven't
people are told
visited
not
that.
to go there, and people still. And they tell you 2 people that went missing were an English person and a Canadian. When they were told, guys, we can't go above this level, they're like, no, we want to go up there. I want to go up there. You know
You
what I
can
mean?
see. I have a Mulanje Mountain picture.
Yeah, just wait, Owen.
Oh yeah, Owen's got the picture.
Owen, you can share it on your phone. I mean, on your laptop there.
Now we can see it. We can see it.
Yeah, we can see it from there.
So
anyway, guys,
I never got a chance to climb.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, even MP was about to tell you that he likes this place. This is part of Lake Malawi. So what's this place or MP for people you recommend for people to visit?
If I'm not mistaken, that's Mombo Island. That's where it's over in Lake Malawi, like National Park area. It's in Cape Maclear area. And it's really good. The waters are so clear, and trust me, I think there's more beautiful photos behind this. And if you go like snorkeling or stuff like that, you would actually love it. Go on there, and the water is a bit fresh, and you can see the fish, the reflection of the water bouncing back, like just on the bottom of it is just unreal. I think, Patrick, I don't know if you can look it up, just a quick one, and then just you could show the rest of the images, because there's loads behind that.
No, we're gonna be teasing them, man. Let's not let them be teased. Then they have to be anxious that after this, after watching this, they have to go and start looking for the things. Because if we show too much, they already see it on camera. So we want you to dig deep yourselves. Do a bit of it. So Owen, do you have anything to ask to the 2 lads and myself after hearing all these places? Are you not satisfied? Do you want to ask them about other places you think? Do you have this in your country that I want to go visit?
But the first thing I wanted to say is that you were talking so much about different things there, but you've never mentioned anything about what Malawi's biggest export is.
Woo!
I know it.
Yeah. Go on. I think I've heard.
You're talking about tea plantations, but you're not talking about where.
The biggest export of Malawi is tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Tobacco.
Why? And who are buying this?
The tobacco from Malawi is bought. The biggest buyer right now is England. The English market is biggest buyer of tobacco. That's the biggest export of Malawi. Canada as well. Is exported to Canada, but the biggest one that we have is England. But we like our tobacco is top notch. It's top notch.
What else is top? What else is top notch? Tell people who are watching. Apart from tobacco, what else is top notch? Which I also found it here.
If you guys smoke the walkie-baki, as you call it, the walkie-baki, fireman German. It's the best. It's the best grade in my country. As I always say, look.
What's the name again? What's the name? Tell them the name.
I'll tell you, if you go to Amsterdam, you guys will visit Amsterdam, you smoke a little bit ganji, just saying you're looking for Malawian gold. You're gonna see, if you want to search on YouTube, search Wiz Khalifa trying out different type of strains of weed. He tried Malawi. He's like, oh, that's the Malawian gold, and he loved it because it's very natural, it's very nice, good smell too. If you watch Strain Hunters, it's a program on television. It used to be on Sky TV. They go around getting strains. When they hit Malawi, they go to the Malawian gold strain. They're like, this is top notch stuff, So
okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. So what about the nightlife? I'm pretty sure Owen is also anxious to hear. What about the nightlife, guys? I'm gonna go to MP. How is the nightlife? Because MP, you went to Malawi not so long ago. So what about the nightlife? What if somebody loves the nightlife? What are you gonna tell them? Where to go and what to do?
I wouldn't be 100%. I wouldn't be the one to recommend the nightlife, but I was in a couple of places.
I think we lost him over there.
I think that really those stuff that came around because I only got. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Back.
Hello.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so we've lost MP there. He has to fix his internet.
How was your night? How was the nightlife and MP just?
Yeah. So yeah. So look, Ovita, I'm gonna tell you. So what? Tell the people about the nightlife in Malawi.
Guys, the nightlife. I know MP was gonna go and say some. The nightlife in Malawi is party over party till 6 in the morning, as Vanessa said down there, guys. In Malawi, the party life is epic. You never see videos of it. If you're friends with Malawians who are in Malawi, they'll show you and you'll be like, oh God, then they got that. Because you don't really see it on television, they don't show that. It's party until you drop. In Malawi, the nightlife is, we've got one of the great nightclubs right now, Epic executive exclusive nightclub where there's a dress code. Like this weekend, they say everybody's going to put white and everybody's going to go out there and put white. We used to have, at the time I was there, we used to have Tweaker, we used to have Blue Elephant, we used to have, I remember those Plaza as well. But the nightlife, guys, is exquisite because it's different from most of the countries here in Europe and America. You can buy a drink anytime. Nobody's stopping you. You got cash, yeah, you buy a drink. You got cash, yeah, you buy a drink. No alcohol joint closes. No place or pub closes. And you can, if there's one person in the pub and you're buying
until
drink,
that last person walks up.
Yeah, if that one last person is in the pub, you're buying drink, he ain't closing, and it's not a crime. So you can have party all night. The most lovely thing that you love is if you go out with 100 euros and you want to get twisted, you're gonna get twisted and wake up with 60 euros easy. There's most thing. I'm sure Owen, you can agree with me. It's cheap to party in Africa. It is cheap. And you can, the most thing people don't realize is you can buy the same boomers, you can buy Heineken, but the price, it's for me, it was strange. Even when I came to Europe, I was like, okay, hold on a minute. It was kind of expensive because I was making Malawi money, but when you make Irish money and you go to Malawi, they say English money, or because the rate is different. If I'm gonna spend 50 euros, I was like, when I want a holiday, I was like, boys, so what's up? Who's drinking what? I'm drinking green. I was like, no, you get a crate, you get a crate, because it's that cheap,
So all the Winfrey came through. Also,
What do you think, Owen? Are you sold on the nightlife?
Yeah, I think the important thing about the nightlife is, as I'm assuming Malawi is similar to Zambia. I've only gotten the chance to go out in Zambia, but yeah, like the nightclubs in Africa, like it's as good as back home, if not better. It's not like you're going into some shack to go dance. But you can do that too. You will find the shack. You will find.
I like the way Owen said, "Oh no, you can't do that too." You can.
You know what you're missing? What about MP? Tell these people what you find at the bar. You're missing what you kept on eating it and sending us pictures of it. So tell them in the nightlife what they can also find. Their own VIP barbecue, which you never find here outside, smelling good, sizzling. Mwah.
All right. So just to put out there, so we have
So, guys, let's hit this up. What it do, what it does. What's the name of this show?
5
Rounds.